Restrictions. I think I do have 5 things. You get tired of restriction. Um, and it's not like it's all bad. Again, I hate having to clarify and get all these. I got to preface this by saying this. I got disclaimers after disclaimers because most people are not intellectual enough to eat the chicken. So you got to help those people too, as well as the intellectuals. Restrictions are not all bad, but if I wanted to go to Europe right now, I have several people I have to ask permission from. Not only that, I have to have leave. Now it is paid leave, so I'm not being completely ungrateful. Paid leave is amazing. 30 days paid leave per year. But if you still have to ask permission to use it, and again, I'm not saying that we live in a free society because we don't. We live in a libertarian society, typically. In most cases, to make it very general, you can do what you want as long as you don't bother anyone else. That's a libertarian ideology, is that as long as you're not hurting anyone else's ability to do what they want to do, as long as they're not hurting anyone else's ability to do what they want to do, you can do what you want to do. But the second you impede on someone else's ability to do what they want to do, no, you can't do it. Can't. So yeah, if I want to go to Europe, I gotta ask permission, and then it has to be approved. There's a fence, there's a ceiling, and a floor. You have to stay in your lane. If you cross any boundaries, can't do it. I've been drug tested a couple times in the last couple months. I don't think that's by chance. Like this brother dealing with anxiety, bro. Some days he's chill, some days he's on 10. Is he bipolar? Like he has the mania, he has the depression. Like what is wrong with this guy, bro? You know what? He's chill today. Let's drug test his behind. He on that reefer. he on that gas out here, man. Let's get him. So we ain't gotta pay him. Let's get him. But you know your boy ain't on no foolishness, man. I be out here. You can't quit. You can't change your job at will. You can't travel at will. I had to get the vaccine if I want to stay in. They talk about how Biden's vaccine mandate was shut down by Supreme Court, what have you. No matter how you feel about that, and if you're in the military, and if you're still in the military, by November 2nd, you were mandated to get the vaccine. Required. Forced. I got the vaccine way before that. I'm like, bruh, if I can take leave, I mean, we put way worse things in our bodies. I mean, it's a whole thing about people complaining about, I want to get that thing. That's so, I don't know what's in that. And I'm like, what's in this? What's carnicin? Anyone know? Spam the chat. Anyone know what carnicin is? Anyone know what, let's see, niacin is? I know what that one is. Anyone know what B12 does? Anyone know what the difference between fructose and sucrose is? Anyone? Probably words that you may have heard of, but what does it do? Does anyone know how fructose is metabolized in the body? Does it go to your glycogen or to your liver? People will put anything, alcohol. How is alcohol metabolized in the body? Like a poison, it goes straight to your liver. Fructose, also known as sugar, high fructose corn syrup. How's that metabolized in the body? It's treated like a poison and goes straight to your liver. That's why you hear people with fatty liver disease, type 2 diabetes, high insulin insensitivity, gangrene, sugar. Sugar. We will put just about anything in our body. How many people smoke cigarettes, vape, hookah, fentanyl, coke, heroin? We put countless things in our body, not to mention just to join the military, you're going to get vaccines anyway. You're going to get like 9 shots just to join the military. Non-negotiable. So it wasn't all bad that, I got to put this thing in my body and I don't know where it's been, I don't know what's in it. But after I do that, I'm gonna go probably get some pizza and combine my carbs and fats, and therefore my body's trying to burn fat as fuel in the form of ketosis and the ketogenic process. However, I'm gonna provide it carbohydrates to burn, therefore I don't burn my body fat. I'm not here to advocate for anyone's vaccine whatsoever, and I pray my channel don't get nuked because of it. But it is what it is. Um, but yeah, there's certain things that once you sign for the military, there's certain restrictions that just come along with it. There's certain restrictions that just come along with it, and you either want it or you don't. When I went to Alpha Land yesterday, I had to sign a waiver. A couple of them, two. I think it was two waivers. I'm like, if you want to come to our gym, you got to sign these waivers, bruh. I'm like, I didn't even read it. I just let go. iOS update. How many people read the iOS update? No one. You don't know what you're signing up for. Just sign up. Thanks. Give me my latest update. Firmware updates. No one reads it. You don't read your receipt. You might read the price that you're paying, but people don't read the fine print on any receipt. You don't know what you're signing up for. There are restrictions in the military. If you're getting paid with taxpayer money, there's certain restrictions that you can't negotiate. Take it or leave it. Luckily, the military is volunteer-based currently. There's no draft signed into law by Congress. But the restrictions come with whatever you're volunteering for. There's certain things that are just rules. There's certain places you want to go. You go to the airport, there's certain words you can't say. Joe Rogan just apologized, what was it, yesterday or the other day? The compilation of the N-word that was dug up on him. Obviously, he's going through some issues with Spotify and the populace in regards to the vaccine and what have you. No comment. But yeah. And I mean, I watched the video also by Ari Spears covered it a little bit, and he mentioned how, like, all right, so we can say the N-word in movies, and that's in context, or it's out of context. Doesn't matter. It's a movie. But you're still saying the N-word. You can say it in comedy sketches about people. We can say it in hip-hop lyrics. But then if he says it in a movie, well, it's not a movie. He just said it in a stand-up act. Like, he made some good points. How there's contradictions. Leonardo has never been called a racist. And he said the N-word multiple times in Django. Multiple times. Countless times. But it's a movie, though. It's different. One of my favorite shows, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Charlie Day. The pilot, the first episode says the N-word. But he's not a racist. Where's the line? Even as a black person, I hesitate to well, I can't go against my people. But I'm always on the side of logic. The logic needs the premise, cool, but the conclusion has to follow the premise. Logically speaking, it has to make sense. It has to make sense. So there's that. Yeah, if you sign up for the military, there's certain things that you're signing up for. You can't negotiate. It comes along with the contract that you're signing. So you either take it or leave it. I'm in the boat that I once took it. I signed my contract. I'm fulfilling my contract. I have not left my contract. And I'm willing to walk away from it now after my contract is complete. So just be mindful of those certain things. There are limitations in most environments you go in. If I go to Alaska and I go out there without a coat and without a jacket in the middle of winter, I'm going to experience some restrictions. The wolves are going to be like, bro, you out here, this is where we work out here, bro. The mountain lions, bro, you in my territory, bro, you in my house. The bears, what you doing out here, bro? You got to see me, bro. Where's your permission slip? Like, you can't just wander out here. Bro, who's sponsoring you? There's limitations everywhere. You can't escape it. So, of course, by joining the military, you acknowledge there's limitations, there's restriction, and that by signing that contract, you're saying, I agree to follow the following. And most of us probably have never read our military contract, but just be aware of those type of things.